Hi guys, I'm back with another video about how to get rid of oil stains on your driveway. I made a video about this a few years ago testing a bunch of different products to see which ones were the best ones. That video has been really popular, but I did get comments about how I used one of the products wrong. So we're going to see who is the winner this time, which works the best. These oil stains are at least a year old. We sold the cars that were making these oil stains. So that was last summer. So they're over a year old. They are older oil stains. So it takes more to get those out because they're deeper in your driveway at this point. So let's get this test started. I'm going to start with Rustoleum's Cleaner and Degreaser for concrete. So make sure you shake up your container really well. I'm going to be using this at full strength because it is a tough stain. It's an older stain, so I'm going to classify that as tough automatically. So I'm going to pour this directly onto this circle you see here, scrub it in, let that sit for probably 45 minutes to an hour because I have other things to do, and then come back and rinse that off. Make sure that you're wearing gloves. Eyewear is probably a really good idea. It is suggested on the container too. I'm actually in the middle of packing, so I've packed my eye protection, so don't do what I'm doing. Follow the directions. All right, so I'm going to let this sit for 45 minutes, like I said, before I rinse it off. Then I'll move on to the product that I used incorrectly. I just followed the first line of the directions and I didn't read further into more detail on what's recommended on that one. So you'll see what it is in a second and I'll tell you what I did wrong. So this is after about an hour and I actually put a second coat of the treatment on here. About a half an hour after the first one, just to see if it would make any difference, because when it dries out, it obviously looks like nothing has happened at all. So I'm going to get the hose, I'm going to spray this off really well just to double check, and then we're going to do the rest of the testing. And I'm going to make sure that I get all of the product off this concrete, so I'm going to wait for the suds to go away before I stop rinsing it. Okay, so this is a few hours after I sprayed it off with the hose, and I know the shadows from the trees are messing with your view. But I think you can see that the spot that I treated right here is slightly lighter, just a little bit lighter than the original stain that hasn't been treated. So it's not a huge improvement, but I have a trick for this product that I used in my last video, and that's using paper towels with the product to keep that product from drying out. So it's soaking into that stain for a lot longer. I'm going to leave this one overnight. I'm going to do that. Leave it overnight and apply Goof Off Concrete Cleaner. So this is the one that people were saying that I didn't give a fair chance to last time because they said using paper towels to keep it wet longer with this product messes it up because this one is supposed to dry out and then you broom sweep it off. So I'm going to use this one the correct way this time, but I am going to use the Rustoleum Cleaner and Degreaser again with my trick again to see which one works the best. Okay, with the Goof Off, you want to make sure again that you really shake it up really well. It does separate when it's been sitting around for a while. I'm wearing gloves again to protect my skin. And again, in the morning when I show you this, the tree shadows will be gone again and you'll be able to get a really clear look at the results. So this is a really thick, goopy product. I did use this on a stain, a motor oil spill I had in my garage, and it did a really good job of using it the correct way, the way I didn't use it the first time. So this product is supposed to kind of pull the stain, the oil up and out of your concrete. And as it's drying, it becomes powdery, and you do see like a darker oily look where this oil is coming up. I just don't know how deep it can go, if it can get a 1.5-year-old oil stain. It's probably actually 2 years worth of oil stain. That's it. I'm just going to leave it like this. Nice thick coat. Walk away and I will show you guys the results in the morning. Okay, so this is the next morning. This is really hot, dry and powdery now, so I'm going to sweep this away. As you can see, I switched to a t-shirt yesterday. The paper towel started trying to blow away pretty quickly. The t-shirt stayed wet a lot longer. This is just an old rag I had. So if you want to try this trick, make sure that you're using an old rag too, because it's heavier. It's going to hold on to that moisture longer. Now for some reason it says to sweep this up. Obviously I'm going to need to spray this off. So I'll spray off both sides. Once it dries, we'll have a comparison to see which side did better, or maybe they're both pretty good. Okay, so this is after I've rinsed away all of the residue that was left behind from the two different cleaners and it's completely dried out. And in my opinion, I know the camera is really good at picking up contrast better than the naked eye, but in my opinion, the Goof Off side does look a lot better than this side. And this was my winner from the original video. So because I did the Goof Off wrong in the first video, it didn't get a fair shake. So I do think I was wrong at declaring this Rustoleum the winner. So now I'm going to use the Goof Off here. I'm going to do a little bit here again to see if I can get a little bit more out, but it actually, I mean, to the naked eye, it looks pretty much just a little bit darker than this normal discoloring by this crack. And I'm going to use it on those other stains I showed you earlier to see if Goof Off can work on these stains too. All right, this is the next morning, and as you guys can see, the original stain that was in this area is pretty much gone. This one was treated with the Goof Off, and it seemed to work right away. This stain has been treated with the Rustoleum twice, and now the Goof Off once. It doesn't seem to have really budged much with either of them, so I'm going to say, based on all of the tests that I did in my original video, the Rustoleum worked great on the stains in that video. Using the Goof Off correctly, because I did do it wrong in the first video, using the Goof Off correctly worked really well here too. So I think this might be some sort of stain that isn't anywhere else or hasn't been anywhere else in my driveway. I don't know what that leak is, but it seems to not really be budging with either product. So I'm going to say both of those products work really well. If you watch my original video, you'll see it did a great job in that video. But both products are easy to use. You don't have to do a bunch of scrubbing like you have to do with some other tricks people recommend online. Here's where that second set of stains was that I was showing you earlier. As you can see, this one's looking a lot better too. I did kind of run out of the Goof Off when I was doing this one, so I think a little bit more of that product left another time and the stains would be completely gone. But that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or if you have recommendations for other hacks that might work. I might test them in a third video. All right, good luck guys.